Right now, if you go to MEXC, make a VIP account, the link in the description, half price trading fees, and you can deposit and trade to earn up to $20,000. Thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto almost daily, jumping right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin had that pump to the upside. Everybody got excited about a move from 27,000 to 28,700, and the bulls couldn't hold that level. A bearish retest to the 200 daily SMA. So not amazing. When you see these bull traps, right, these runs of the highs, here's a bull trap and then move lower. Right, you'll have bear traps as well. Bear trap, move higher. Right, here's a bear trap and move higher. Right, bull trap here on this news and then move lower. Bull trap here and then huge sell-off. So you get these traps. And so right now the bulls are trapped, right? Because everybody is buying the breakout of the 200 SMA. On the lower term time frames, you had buy signals, right? You broke out of this falling trend line. Broke out, right? I mean, not amazing volume, but you haven't had amazing volume in an extended period of time. But you needed and still need, you might get the retest here at 27,200. And again, the buyers are supposed to be sitting right here, stacked up to buy the pullback on a bullish retest. If this happens, you get another shot at a move higher and another attempt at the mid-range. If you can imagine, if you were to go look at the order book, right? All your sell orders are right here around 28,000, 28,200. Right, so the more attempts at this level that the price action could make, you'd see all the sell orders getting filled, and you'd run out of sellers here and buyers would regain the level. You look for a bullish retest and you could see the range high based on this idea. You do not want to see this level broken and then a swing failure pattern, and then the market just rolls over, right? And so, very important that you do get this bounce. Not the best bounce. I mean, this would have been the perfect situation, right? Where you flip the mid-range and you flip the Bitcoin 200 SMA on the daily and the 200 weekly SMA, which is right about the same spot, right? So all the sellers are right here. So that's a major level to watch for dollar index, which I edited out of the video yesterday because it's just been working higher. And what I said was that got cut out was we need a pullback for Bitcoin altcoins to really take off. And you got an impulsive wave higher. So you didn't get the pullback. You got the impulsive wave higher, right? Because you had previously, you had a rejection and then immediately the dollar went higher. Well, what's happening after a ton of research is the dollar is, this is the DXY is the dollar index, and it's the dollar versus a basket of other fiat currencies. The other fiat, it's not so much that the dollar is super strong, but it's super strong against all the other fiat currencies because they look terrible and they're getting wrecked against the dollar. And so on a global scale, you've got a potential energy crisis, right? And so a lot of countries are moving their money to the dollar in order to buy energy. Or they're selling their currency and they're moving to a dollar to buy energy for the future. And so that's been the narrative that's been playing out and pushing the dollar a lot higher. And so like understanding how these ideas work has changed the game, but you can't just take one idea and then it works endlessly, right? You're constantly entertaining other ideas to find out which is the most valid at the time. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading groups. Listen, just send me an email, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. We've got $100 off, $200 off the leverage groups and the spot groups, just so you guys can make money. If you have a smaller bag, you need to grow your bags now before the bull market is here. Remember, this whole market's going to flip. Everything's going to take off. We've got a golden future ahead, but you got to be in the right coins. You can see, I mean, just over the past few days, like we've got pages of bangers in the spot group, right? Just on that Bitcoin impulse move to the upside. 95% out of AMB. Tomo, the leverage group, I just can't even tell you how good it feels to, we created an opportunity to make money for people in a market that hasn't been amazing. 13x on Tomo, 1300%, OMG, 400%, 402%, 246, 225, 174, 155, 126. Banger Central. This is follow the leader, right? This is, here's the trade, and then constant updates, constant updates, constant updates. All you have to do is follow the leader. The leverage group is killing it. You can, now, this is an important idea. Bitcoin, are we going to get the, and this is a Bitcoin weekly chart, right? And so one thing people ask me all the time is, are we going to get the opportunity to buy Bitcoin at these lows again? Is Bitcoin going to come down, retrace back down to 15,000? And so I want to give you some historical data based on this idea. So you can see the 200 SMA on the weekly has been the bear market bottom, 31.43, 39.09, but it bounced to 5,300 previously, right? So where we're at right now is we're under the bear market bottom, which gave us this move lower to 15,000. And so one idea is, at some point, I mean, Bitcoin just moving sideways, but at some point to see a move down here to 20,000 could be in the cards. If we go back and we look at previous price history out of Bitcoin, I can give you an idea on how I built this idea, right? So if you see back here, and again, this is 2014, you have this dump down to $157 Bitcoin, and then another dump later on, many months later, down to 199. So it's not a complete retrace back down to where we saw. It's technically a higher low, which is bullish, right? But if we go back even previous before that, you got, and this is in 2013, Bitcoin after a parabolic rally. I mean, could you imagine buying Bitcoin back here at $5 and then it runs up to 250 bucks, pulls back to 64 bucks, right? And then back to $134 and then retraces to 85. So the point here is, what we've seen historically is after the bear market bottom, then later on in the cycle, you've seen another big retrace. Here it was $85. Same here, bear market bottom 157, and then a retrace later on after this accumulation to $199. Right? Let's fast forward. Bear market bottom 31.43. We did very well, and this was a drag session. This bear market was boring. After 31.43, you had a nice run up to 14,000. And then it was really sideways price action and panic situation drop. Remember, this wicked down to $3,700. When I look at Bitcoin, I'm not trying to get the best price of Bitcoin. I'm trying to time when I'm going to pick up altcoins. So are we going to get an opportunity to pick up altcoins at a lot cheaper prices? Are we going to get this pullback? I mean, historically, we've gotten another big sell-off later on in the cycle, right? So here, this is markup phase. So this is distribution, where all the whales are selling. This is markdown, bear market, right? This is accumulation, potentially just moving sideways. And then obviously, like we talked about, we've got the Bitcoin halving coming and looking for crazy run-ups 2024, 2025, right? It's definitely going to get a lot easier than it is right now. The idea that you could see a pullback to 20,000 is in the cards, right? This would give you an idea where you could load up your bags with the altcoins. You might get a second chance. Based on what we've seen, previous price history, like it's happened every single bear market, right? Where you have had a significant pullback. Are we going to get 15,000 again? Historically, we haven't. We haven't hit the lows again. But the higher low idea on some type of panic situation, sell-off, black swan event, who knows, right? Everything that's happening in the global economy as a whole, like who knows what the next straw that breaks the camel's back may be. But there's a good possibility that you could see another opportunity to pick up these altcoins at lower prices. Ethereum. So we talked about Ethereum yesterday. Ethereum had a ETF launch. Ethereum, a lot of people are saying, well, Ethereum pulled back because people were shorting Ethereum in the futures. There really wasn't a whole lot of volume in the futures. They said it was a disappointing launch. What we do know is when Bitcoin pulls back, guess what happens to Ethereum? It pulls back too. Now, Ethereum is holding this level, which was previous resistance. Well, guess what? Previous resistance is now support. And so you're looking for, the bullish idea is a bounce here, right? Then you run up to 1800 and possibly 1880. This isn't an overall downtrend, but this is the impulsive move higher. But will you make it all the way up to the top of the pattern? But trading these ranges is a very good way to make a ton of money in this market. Like I said, the DXY has been on fire. And that's not necessarily good for crypto, altcoins, and the stocks. Stocks are getting hit hard right now. Altcoins most focus on by developers in September revealed. So here are the top 10. And this is GitHub. And historically, I've paid a lot of attention to GitHub just to see what projects are building. So GitHub is, and I went to this today and I haven't been here in a while. And I'm like, GitHub graduated to the next level. And it says dive into AI, security, and DevX. But this is some type of conference that they've got going on. But if you just look at the website, like how much it's changed, and then, you know, they're selling some type of membership, whatever. But GitHub is where the code is stored for a lot of cryptos, right? Stored, updated, edited. And so every time you see a GitHub commit, you'll see these GitHubs. Essentially, that's a good idea that they're doing a lot of building and a lot of work on these different cryptos. The point is just to explain, like, here is where the crypto communities build, put together, work together on growing the cryptos, on developing the cryptos, on like actually doing work on the code. So if we go over here to this easy to understand rankings update, the top 10 coins with the most GitHub events, right? Every time there's an event, it means that there's some growth and development happening with the coins. Number 1, ADA, Cardano. I'm very bullish on this coin over the bull market. They had 572 GitHub events, right? Which is leading this list. Polkadot, they had 501 GitHub events. So they're doing a bunch of work on Polkadot, right? Chainlink is seeing a ton of development, 388 GitHub events. Hedera, Hashgraph, or HBAR, right? They had 358 GitHub events. Cosmos, Atom is the ticker, 338 GitHub events. APT is next. AVAX next. IOTA next. XRD and EGLD is number 10, which has been rebranded to Multiverse X. And again, they had 162 GitHub events. So these coins, write this list down. Like, these are the coins that are doing all the work when they should be. Like, this is the bear market. They're not releasing all the news, but they're making progress developing the coins. And that's the key. This helps you see what other people don't see. Other people focus on price and charts, and you want to incorporate charts and these ideas for fundamental analysis, right? You want to see what the teams are doing. Like, they can say, hey, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. But if they can't back it up with GitHub events or GitHub commits, which they used to be called, then, I mean, what are they really doing? Prove to me that ADA is doing something. And you go to GitHub and you can see they had 572 GitHub events, right? So they're doing the most growth is happening on the ADA blockchain, Cardano. Dot number 2, Link, I'm very bullish on. Pay attention to the coins on this list because they're doing a lot of the building during the bear market. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.